Hey YouTube, this is Southern Pepper 1. Today I'm going to talk about water and one aspects of how I collect water. I try to have redundancies. I have a well, I have two springs, one which is developed. I have this system of collecting rainwater, and then I have another system that collects it off a metal roof, and it holds it in a 1,550 gallon tank. This one's a very simple way, and this is what I recommend if you have no way of collecting water, especially if you're in the city or in a suburban area. You need to think about this. If you don't have a well, a spring, or a creek, or anywhere to get water, this is a very good option for you. Let me show you this. We use this water a lot to water all these things. I love this thing. They look pretty, but they also do another purpose. When in the afternoon, when the sun gets over here, this creates a huge amount of shade on the porch. So it looks good, it smells good, and it also creates shade. In a ROL situation where we have no power, this will give us another option. Your house is going to get a little hot, so if you can come outside and get in the shade and get a nice breeze on you, you're going to be a lot more comfortable. So this porch to us is very important. I recommend getting a porch or doing something where you can be outside and enjoy the nice weather when you can. Let me show you what I'm doing here. This porch has been such a blessing. We're building here on this homestead and we're not using a mortgage, so everything's slow. It's slow going, but it's worth it because when you're done with the project, you own it. Well, you sort of own it. You share it with the county tax collector because he wants his yearly rent. But this is one system I'm using. We use this system all the time. It's a very simple system. It's coming off the roof. It is an asphalt roof, so it's not as good as if you had a metal roof. There's a pipe in the ground here that takes the water away from the cabin. All we have to do if we want to fill it, it's that simple. What I usually do is if I know it's going to rain, I let it run for a few minutes and get all the stuff off the roof. So this is sort of my pre-filter. They have some awesome pre-filters that you can build, but I didn't want anything here. It's bad enough this barrel's here, so I think I'm going to use the same siding as the house and make a little box around it and make it look a little bit better. But it's very simple. Simple as that. I don't have an overflow on this. I think I'm going to put an overflow in on the side. Usually I'm here, I'm watching. If it does overflow, it just overflows, hits the concrete, and goes into that large drain right there. I do have another concern because of the electricity and water so close. Make sure you have a GFI outlet or circuit breaker in your panel box. If I would have had done it over, I probably would have moved this a little different, but I wasn't thinking. But make sure you have a GFI. I have no small kids, so it's a little bit safer. But what I did was I got a standard barrel. It cost me $10 for the barrel. It was food grade, so I have no worries about that. A 50-cent garage sale special, brand new spigot. I had to buy a couple washers and a nut, and that was like $1. So less than $12 in the whole setup. I totally recommend the kind where you can get the lid off. This makes it so much easier to clean because this thing will get nasty. You can take your brush and you can clean it. It's a lot better than that little bung hole where you can't really get in there. What I did for the top was, this is some sewer pipe. It does have a different size right here, so you can cut your hole, drop your pipe in here, and it fits nice and snug. It won't fall through anymore because of the chamfer on here. I did cut this out so that it will fit that pipe. And I took a dryer clamp and some very, very fine screening, much finer than in your windows, but household screening would work. This works excellent. This is a great filter system. It also keeps out the mosquitoes, can't get to the water. If it gets dirty, all you gotta do is take it, knock it on here, and put back on. I thoroughly recommend, if you just have a single barrel, get the one that you can get into and get this thing clean. It does get nasty and dirty, so it's much easier to clean it this way. You can get in there and just scrub it out and bleach it out. We keep a bucket out here plus a bunch of other buckets because I use this to water all the shrubs and the flowers up front. It makes it so quick. I like the way getting the top off because I can take any bucket and very quickly I can get a full bucket of water. I don't have to wait for the spigot. Yeah, the spigot works great, but you gotta wait. So if I had a fire and I wanted to throw tons of water on it, pull the top off, I have all these buckets. You can instantly fight a fire a lot better than waiting for that spigot to fill up that bucket. There's lots of ways to do this. What I'm trying to do is motivate you. If you have no way to collect water, get a bucket or get a barrel, $10. Get a spigot. If you don't know what you're doing, it's a simple drilling a hole. Go to Ace, go to the Home Depot, go to Lowe's and tell them, hey, I got a barrel, I need a spigot for it. They're going to help you out. It's very easy to do. So I recommend today, don't put it off, especially if you know you need to think about water. Water is a very important part of life. Thanks for watching.